What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Christopher here. So right here we have some African basil. It's been in the windowsill for about 2 weeks or so. Alright. So there could be more roots. I could let them sit in the windowsill a little longer, but it's supposed to be a rainy week, so it'll give them a little chance to grow more roots and not dry out as fast. So I didn't count of how many stems I have here. When I plant them in the ground, I'll probably put 2 or 3 maybe stems per hole. And I started out with about 18 red solo cups. The little ones of the red or the African basil didn't do well, but the bigger ones, bigger stems that I had cuttings, did a lot better. I went ahead of time and cut the flowers off the leaves or the stems so that they would have more grow better or root better, grow better, all that stuff. I usually don't do that, but it's a good idea. And so they have more room to grow. But we just had a downpour. We have a ditch that fills up, and then I trenched it out, and it goes down into the back ditch. So it goes like a stream, and then it goes to a reservoir that goes all the way down to the St. John's. Well, it's miles and miles away, but just a thought. So I got my shovel. The shoes got a little wet, but they're damp, so not like soaked. All the other ones are soaked. So the garden hasn't been watered. It has rained a little bit, light rain, not heavy like today, but the garden hasn't been watered in about 4 days. I watered it today, so they like that. Plus the downpour. And I set up a 75 gallon with the mixed cichlids. And took out the 255s in the stand and put a new 75 in there. So that's what's been holding me out for a few days. We got all that installed. Fish are doing okay. A little nippy with the male. Just rambling here and talking. Alright guys, I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, one more thing before I get started. I cut the neighbor's grass today. I started around 4 p.m. and finished. I cleaned the mower with the hose and finished completely with everything done in around 6:15. So about 2 hours it took me. So her house is they had a lot of construction, so I had to, it's a lot of weed whacking. That's kind of the pain in the butt. A lot of obstacles, and because there's a lot of material everywhere. So a lot of weed whacking, and mowed the grass. Got a little rain on me when I was in the process, but the rain won't hurt the mower, so that's no problem there. And it was a downpour, then it kind of cleared up a little bit. So I'm a little sore, but well, yeah, inflammation going on. But should be in the garden, relax a little bit. And so while I'm talking to you guys, so I bought a 25-pound bag of chicken manure chicken manure pellets to hydrate. What I've fertilized so far would be the eggplant, the tomatoes, the lemongrass, and the last thing I fertilized, which I used two red solo scoops per Tabasco pepper plants, because they're massive. Well, it goes small, medium, large. They're not small, but they're pretty big plants. So, and then when I also did with the eggplant and the Tabasco, they had so much soil above the ground, and there were like grubs in there, and I just squished them and killed them. Yeah, a lot of grubs, but I killed them. Yeah. And so I fertilized and trimmed the eggplant back a little bit, give it a little extra growth and disease, get that disease off the stems and stuff, give it new growth, which it's coming back through the middle, new growth. But garden updates coming soon. Tomato plants, we're probably pushing 8 feet. I need to get a ladder to tie the tops of them. The grapevine tomato plant is, yeah, it's big, so I'll just say that. And then the yellow spine variety of the tomatoes, they're tall too. But I use bamboo stakes and zip ties. I did use those green little ties, wires, but I found that they hurt the tomato plant more than they do good, so I just use zip ties. A little more pricey, I guess, but they're more durable, and yeah. So garden update, all the plants are doing well. They really didn't struggle that bad because it's cooler out, and you know, it's not 100 degrees Florida weather, you know, summertime or something like that. But garden's doing well. All right, guys. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing. So the lemongrass was getting root or stalk rot, you could call it, because they had so much compost manure and compost and mulch of the lemongrass stalk or leaves. So they had a lot of that on around the stalks, and what was happening is you water the middle and the water couldn't escape, so the water was just sitting in the middle and rotting the stalks. So I took care of that, really pulled the soil back, and then I fertilized it around the stalk pretty heavily, which they like the nitrogen with the chicken pellets manure. Alright guys, enough rambling, let's get going. Alright ladies and gentlemen, I'm up tall. I don't like being this tall. Steak's almost done. I got more over there. Alright, so I just tied this sucker. Oh, she's tall. I'm all the way up on the ladder. Up on top of the tomatoes. They got fruit set on them. Alright, I didn't measure these guys. They got some powdery mildew at the bottom. Might have to hit them with some Epsom salt or something. Alright guys.